a mistake I could have done. I could have waited a little bit longer, but I figured if I just keep waiting and waiting for him to kill and have his way with me, he's not gonna it's not gonna be worth it in the end, because pretty much why he's doing this so he can build his tier 2 buildings. He's doing this so he can get his second hero out. He's doing this so he can mass up on wood. So I just thought that in my head, and I thought, he's doing this to keep me in my base, so I have to go to his base. So I go to his base. I cancel his first lure. He has to use 3 wisps to dispel all my water elementals. If he didn't do that, I mean, I could kill all the 3 units that he has right there, like instantly. If he didn't do that, I probably would have changed my strat for attacking what, but yeah. So I got rid of 3 wisps. I cancel his lure. I cancel his second lure right there. Forces him to make more wisps. It also gives me I have tabs on his army. I have tabs on his heroes. I have tabs on if he's gonna creep. He can't creep because I'm at his base, and just so on and so on. So, pretty much what this game I'm trying to teach some of you guys is, you have to make Nadolf make mistakes. If Nadolf plays good and makes no mistakes, or makes fewer mistakes than you do, he's gonna win, because Nadolf is just that kind of race, in my opinion. It also depends what mistakes the human and Nadolf makes, I think. Especially when you're versing Demon Hunter Panda, I think the human needs to outplay very well in terms of harassing, and in terms of controlling the gold mines, and pretty much just controlling the whole game, because Panda, when you get a Panda high, especially on this map, it's really easy to get a Panda high on this map, because the creeps are fairly close to each other. The wells aren't really that hard to creep. The Panda's gonna kill Fulman in the beginning. Like, he just is. Panda is a Fulman killer. You can't get away from Panda in the beginning. So what I noticed is, I sent my Fulman down, as you saw, the one that I left at his main, just to scout him. I sent it down, and I saw that he did pick up a Pendant of Mana on his Panda, and he just crept that. I don't think when I harassed him the first time I didn't see his tree. I'm pretty sure I didn't see his tree, but that doesn't matter, because there's no point in him creeping his gold mine unless he wants to expand. So I'm like 100% sure I know he's going to expand, so I go there and harass his gold mine. In this situation, even if he has wisps here, you probably want to go for the wisps and then go for the entangled gold mine, but since he doesn't have any wisps, here, I can just go for the entangled gold mine right off the bat. This slows his wood down and his gold down so much, you wouldn't believe it. And these water elementals are just owning the hell out of these hunts. And the reason why they can right now is because I delayed his lures so well. If I didn't delay his lures, he would have at least 3, maybe 4 dryads with Abolish, and this harass wouldn't be that well. He would have all of his units still, and he wouldn't be making as many mistakes as he would be doing. So this is my 2 R1 elementals to probably cancel it again. But he gets Abolish. He abolishes right there. Oh no, he doesn't. It just goes away. I'm stupid. So the whole point of me harassing back and forth like this is so that pretty much now I'm in control of the game. I have map control. He has to keep chasing my armies back and forth. I can kill I can attack his main at the same time. I can attack his expansion at the same time. The wonders about human versus night elf, once you get your expansion up with a few towers and the night elf counter expands, you can harass his main and his expansion all the fuck you want, because he's like, okay, you have a tower at your main, you have a masonry upgrade, your base is blocked at your main, so your main is pretty much okay once your expansion gets up, if it's not getting harassed all game. And then you have maybe 4 or 5 towers. Well, if you're going for a mass expand tank strat, which I don't really suggest on this map, because it's just that there's only like one gold mine, one easy gold mine I should say, and it's not really a big map. So, by the way, when you're going for an army strat like I'm doing in this game, you don't want to get too many towers. See, I only have 4 towers right now because I'm going for an army versus army strat. I'm not going for tri-hero mass tanks and griffins and shit like that. I'm going for, breaker, mortar, casters and stuff like, and a mix of all that stuff. So as you saw in the middle, I killed his shop, which is really good for me. He can't get another staff right off the bat. He can't buy pots. He pretty much can't do anything with getting clarities and stuff like that. So taking advantage of him being in middle, because I know he was in middle because his demon hunter was attacking my archmage. This is when you want to harass as much as you can. You're pretty much buying time to build your army. So I send 3 footmen to his expansion, and once you do that, you pretty much have the idea that he's gonna go to his expansion to defend it off, and that's when you want to counter. That's when you want to counter his main and just kill wisps. If you can't try and kill wisps, just attack the gold mine. Make the gold mine wisps come out and attack those. Just do as much as you can to make him raise his APM, make him make more mistakes, make him make him work for being a gain out of player. Being a gain out of player. You gain out of players should work and try and win, not just doing stupid easy strats. I'm not gonna complain about Night Elf because all races are somewhat lame. And as you saw, once I attacked his expansion with my 3 footmen, and then I attacked with my main, he moved his army back up to his main to stop my archmages and stuff. So then I moved my footmen down and I was making sure that he had his army at his main. So then I bring my footmen back up. All this is just making him run across the map. It's not letting him creep his panda heights. It's not letting him get another expansion. It's pretty much just me controlling the game, and that's what you have to do versus Night Elf. If you don't, then he's gonna have his way with you. He's gonna have map control. If you don't have map control versus a Night Elf, I mean, they can expand just as easy as humans can, because they only need 1 wisp. I'm sure it can get canceled, but if they have map control with high heroes, like how are you gonna cancel a Night Elf expansion when it's like that? So as you see my phone, I know this one's gonna die because that dryad slows it. I'm trying to move I'm trying to move everything just to make him buy time to kill my footman. So that's why I move it all the way down to make him chase it. So now at this point I'm just like, okay, he has a decent sized army and I harassed enough. This is when you wanna creep your Mountain King. If I were to push right now, I really think I would lose with the level 1 Mountain King. You can't really push at this point with the level 1 Mountain King. I mean, like, early in the game, if that was my plan, when you're going for a tier 2 push, when you expand, like, in the beginning, you don't really want to harass a lot. Like, the only time you really see the Night Elf is when you push. You want to creep level 3, and then when you get tier 2, that's when you push. You don't really, at least in my opinion, that's not really how I do it. I've been harassing this game so much, it's not really smart just to push right away, because I'm never like, you know, gone to fight with his army, so I know he has a good army. The only thing that's slowing him down is just me going back and forth to his base and his main. So that's when you want to creep your Mountain King up. And obviously, right when my tier 2 was done, you get 2 arcane tanks in your workshop. It can be outside your main or it can be outside your expansion. I don't think it really matters that much. I think when you go tanks, it's better to put it at your expansion, because most of the time when you put your expansion well, they won't hit your expansion. They'll go for your main, and if they go for your main and your workshops are outside your main, then they'll get cancelled and you won't have any tanks to harass with. But in this case, I didn't think it was that big of a deal to build them to my outside my main. So as you see, I wasn't confident in this fight, and at that fight right there. I mean, I knew he was gonna get a 3rd hero like he just did. I knew that he had, you know, before you get into fights with the Night Elf, you really have to look at the inventory on the Night Elf. I saw that he has, you know, what, Green Pawn's panda. He's a staff on his panda, so I can't focus the Demon Hunter. Even if I do try and focus the Demon Hunter, I'm gonna lose all my breakers to all those bears that he has. So I pretty much just TP away. I mean, the strat that I do and you see other humans do, it's not always gonna work the first time you do it. You're gonna have a lot of experience losing versus Night Elf. You're gonna have a lot of experience losing versus Demon Hunter Panda, and I still lose to it. It's pretty much just who can play the best during that time. And that's pretty much what decides the factor of you know, who wins tournaments and top players, who wins games and top games, because pretty much whoever plays the best. They all have great micro, great macro, you know, all the above of what the high players have. They all have it. It's just who plays best at that tournament and who plays best on that day. And some players are more consistent than others, and I think that's what makes another person sway over another. So as you saw, when I made that encounter with him in middle, you know, look at the Nautilus army. If he doesn't have enough, if he elite, like Lado has 1 dryad, you can get more sorks and more mortars, because you know, if you kill the dryad, then he won't be able to abolish slow. So you can get more sorks, which is why I go more